Meeting of the American College of Clinical Pharmacology.
Janvi
Has joined the meeting.
Krista, can you go to the next slide, please?
Yes, please. Thank you.
ACCP has been a clinical pharmacology-focused society for over 50 years. We are a welcoming and an inclusive society that embraces colleagues from the global clinical pharmacology community. As a small society, it is easy to navigate and network at all stages of your career. ACCP is focused on its members, what they need, and how they need it. Members are encouraged to engage by submitting proposals for educational events, attending events.
A participant has joined the meeting.
Our mission and vision focuses on provision of cutting-edge, relevant educational programming for the full spectrum of the healthcare team. We were the first clinical pharmacology society connecting people
A participant has left the meeting.
Mobile app providing 24/7, 365 access to all things ACCP, anytime, anyplace.
Has joined the meeting.
ACCP maintains high financial standards that result in reasonable cost of dues and meeting registration. Next slide, please. There are many opportunities to contribute to the society, plus enhance your leadership skills by participation in committees, submitting educational event proposals, presenting posters at the annual meeting, submitting manuscripts to the journals, and networking. The bottom line is that ACCP is a great place to go for excellent science and to grow your career. Next slide, please.
Has joined the meeting.
Educational events are critical to the professional growth and to transforming the research, drug development, and patient care. ACCP is the only clinical pharmacology-focused society to be a joint accredited provider for interprofessional continuing.
Has joined the meeting.
ACCP provides a spectrum of live and on-demand educational events to members and the greater clinical pharmacology community. Next slide, please. ACCP offers a variety of educational events in live.
A participant has joined the meeting.
Formats, and I encourage you to visit the ACCP webpage to learn more about these educational offerings. Next slide, please. ACCP publishes 2 journals and both are indexed.
A participant has joined the meeting.
Has been published for over 50 years, and Clinical Pharmacology
has joined the meeting
since 2012. Manuscripts submitted to both journals are peer-reviewed, resulting in the publication of high-quality, relevant manuscripts. We all know that access to scientific information transforms actions. Therefore, the opportunity to publish manuscripts in these journals and the opportunity to review manuscripts for these journals is critical. ACCP maintains a commitment to the dissemination of scientific information, including free electronic access to ACCP journals for members. Next slide, please. ACCP recognizes excellence in the field through a robust honors and awards program that's truly global.
Has joined the meeting.
You will see here the list of awards that the college offers. ACCP is committed to acknowledging deserving
A participant has left the meeting.
Pharmacology community. Next slide, please. By partnering with similarly focused societies, ACCP broadens its reach and increases its influence to transform clinical pharmacology. The strategic collaborations include those with the International Society for Pharmacometrics, we are the ACCP Special Interest Group, the Italian Society of Pharmacology, the International Society for the Study of Xenobiotics, and the Association of the American College of Pharmacy. These collaborations have resulted in joint educational events.
Janvi
has left the meeting.
Student and Trainee Abstract Award at the ACCP annual meeting. Next slide, please. Our young colleagues represent the future of clinical pharmacology. At the rate of evolution and change, their professional accomplishments will define transformation in the field. ACCP supports these colleagues through mentoring programs, special events at the ACCP annual meeting, committee focused solely on their needs, a robust student and trainee abstract awards program, providing educational resources,
has joined the meeting,
and providing opportunities to grow by presenting posters, attending educational events,
has joined the meeting,
participating on committees, submitting manuscripts, networking, and finding employment opportunities. Next slide, please. ACCP hosts an exceptional mentoring program that provides support for young colleagues and an opportunity to give back by becoming a mentor as you progress through your career. ACCP hosts an early stage professional
Has joined the meeting.
for your growth and development. The recently hosted seminars include lessons learned, perspectives from the government, academia, and industry, navigating ACCP as a home society, collaborating to achieve success, and successful grant applications. Next slide, please. ACCP offers excellent member benefits, including the ACCP 365 mobile application for 24/7 365 access to all things ACCP at any place at any time. CME, CPE, and CNE credits for educational events at no additional cost. Building your professional network in a small society of accomplished professionals. Enhancing your leadership skills by volunteering and engaging with the society. Free access to scientific research in ACCP's journals. Free access to the pharmacometrics web-based learning resource. A vibrant mentoring program, and discounted registration for educational events. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Larry Cohen to present the Treasurer's Report. Dr. Cohen?
Dr. Cohen, you may be on mute, please.
There we go. Couldn't find the mute button. Good afternoon, everyone. ACCP has not had an increase in membership dues for over 7 years. This is a reflection of what has been previously mentioned, mainly our practice of excellence in financial management. We've created and or updated several financial policies, including those for cash accounts, reserve and investments, and preparation for audit. And all accounts are in line with these policies and procedures. Kathy Pennington, LLC, serves as ACCP's accounting firm, and we're fortunate that she has an extensive experience working with nonprofit organizations such as ours. ACCP is audited every year, and our audit firm is Cohen-Resnick. The audit of fiscal year 2019 was completed in early 2020, and you can read the audit opinion below. Essentially, this is a lot of accounting language that equates to we passed the audit. Can I have the next slide, please? Thank you. Financial reports as of the end of August of 2020 show that ACCP's annual operating budget reflects that total income is 108% of budget and total expenses are 80% of budget. Staff has worked diligently about monitoring expenses, and this is an excellent result. Slide 14, please. ACCP has maintained investment accounts with Wells Fargo Advisors since June of 2003, utilizing a moderate growth and income investment objective. As of Friday, October 2nd, the ACCP total contributions are $2,559,707, and the investment results total $4,025,127. ACCP's combined accounts total $6,584,834 year to date, up 2.33% or $150,000, and month to date the accounts are up 0.2% or $16,086, and a quarter to date up to 0.2% or $16,086. Net time weighted return on investment. This total is $15,365. It includes $15,365 that was withdrawn, sent to the ACCP checking account on October 2nd to help fund the ACCP awards meeting. The trailing returns as of September 30th of 2020, net time weighted rate of return for 1 year is 7.6%, 3 years
Has left the meeting.
6.6%, 5 years 7.7%, and
Well,
10
Anne-Marie.
years
Has left the meeting.
6.9%. Since inception in June of 2003, it is 6.03% annualized. The Finance Committee has done an outstanding job under Joan Korth Bradley's leadership, and I want to thank them for their diligence in monitoring these accounts and the investments. Back to you, Dr. Arya.
Thank you, Dr. Cohen. We would like to now acknowledge our regents who have served well and are departing the board this year. Dr. Vera Donenberg, Dr. Larry Cohen, and Dr. Hungwee Zhao. Next slide, please. In addition, our officers serve 2-year terms, and we wish to thank the officers who supported the Society in 2018 through 2020. Dr. Michael Jan, our counselor, Dr. Larry Cohen, our treasurer, and Dr. Joan Korth Bradley, our secretary. Next slide, please. Continuing the acknowledgement of our outgoing officers, Dr. Don Major completes his term as president-elect and will transition into his role as the president. And Dr. John Vandenanker served as the immediate past president. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Don Major, our incoming president of ACCP.
Thank you very much, Vikram. And I'd like to welcome everyone as well. And I hope that this whole event finds you doing well in these unusual times. So on behalf of the Society, I would like to thank Dr. Arya, who served as our ACC president for from the fall of 2018 until today. Dr. Arya's steady leadership steered ACCP through an outstanding 2 years that included the launch of the ACCP 365 mobile app, the execution of several collaborative agreements, the successful receipt of our coveted joint interprofessional accreditation, the support of the Southeast Asian affiliate of ACCP, and the very successful transition of the 2020 annual meeting to a virtual format. Thank you, Dr. Arya, and all of the officers for all you have done to ensure an outstanding past 2 years. Thank you very much. And if we could have the next slide. So during a traditional face-to-face meeting, we would now have the transfer of the gavel from Dr. Arya to myself. But of course, in this very unusual year, we'll be doing this virtually, of course. Next slide, please. So, I would like to start by thanking the ACCP membership for electing me to the Board of Regents, and I would like to thank the board for electing me as president-elect 2 years ago. I'm very honored and humbled to be serving as the next president of ACCP, and I'm looking forward to working with the Executive Committee, the Board of Regents, our committees and working groups, and all members of ACCP in advancing our mission and to be the premier society for clinical pharmacology. I would also like to thank and acknowledge the ACCP staff for all of their outstanding contributions and support to our society. The ACCP staff are charged with conducting the day-to-day operations of the society, and they are critical to our mission. Working with our executive director, Ms. Krista Levy, is Ide Barno, Director of Education, Tanya Bossert, Manager of Meetings and Exhibits, and Nicole Rexer, Manager of Marketing and our website. In particular, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Levy, as this marks her 10th anniversary with ACCP. And on behalf of the Board of Regents, I'd like to extend my congratulations and appreciation for all of her efforts on behalf of ACCP.
Has left the meeting.
We are always looking to the future and how to best support the national and global clinical pharmacology community. And some of the things we'll be focusing on in 2021 are listed here. Of course, continued excellence in educational programming, which will feature new formats and content. And as you heard from Dr. Cohen, ACCP is on excellent financial ground, and we are committed to sound financial practices to ensure the financial well-being of the society for years to come. We will be consistent in our efforts to expand and provide exceptional member benefits that will be guided by our new strategic plan. Although we experienced some delays with the COVID-19 pandemic, we have begun developing our new strategic plan that will serve as a living document to guide our activities over the next 5 years, and we will be completing this process in 2021. As an example of a new member benefit, we will be launching the ACCP Leadership Development Program. This is an exciting program that will provide selected ACCP members and with an opportunity to participate in a 6-month leadership program, which will be provided by an outside firm, along with direct mentoring by ACCP regents to learn more about ACCP operations and our initiatives. So stay tuned to hear more about this program. We should be hearing announcements very soon. And finally, you've already heard from Dr. Arya about some of our current strategic collaborations with partner societies. We look forward to continuing these relationships and expanding our outreach initiatives to other organizations to generate new joint educational events. These collaborations support our vision and mission to support global health through the generation and dissemination of new scientific knowledge for the optimization of therapeutics. This concludes our annual report remarks, and we'll now be happy to address any questions from attendees. And we'd ask that you please use the chat box to go ahead and submit any questions, and we'd be happy to address those. I think I'll turn this over to Krista if you want to highlight those questions.
Yes, I need to find the chat box. I just pull that up. I don't see any questions in there yet from anyone. It's easier to unmute yourself and talk over audio with your questions. Certainly that is acceptable as well. Do we have any questions from our participants?
I think most of the chat has been congratulatory, and thank you so much.
There is one question.
Yep.
Dear Don, congratulations to you for taking over as president. The leadership development program sounds interesting. When is it likely to begin?
Oh, sure. This is with regards to the leadership program?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we hope to have an announcement very soon. And the program we're hoping to start in the first quarter of next year. So January, roughly, we hope to have our first slate of candidates that will participate in this program. We're working with an outside firm called Achieve, and they're very well known in this field for developing leaders for Fortune 500 companies, as well as societies such as ours, nonprofits like ours. And so this is a really neat opportunity where it's a 6-month intensive leadership training program. And it is well designed for this current situation that we're in as well with COVID-19. And so you'll see an announcement and a call this fall in the next few months. And we hope this program to start in January. And in addition to that outreach to the Achieve program, again, they'll be partnering with certain members of the regents, the Board of Regents, to provide more insights into how ACCP operates, what the current initiatives are. And so we're looking forward for rolling this program out next year. As I mentioned, it'll start in January, and then we'll have reports and we'll report back upon our first class of candidates at the next annual meeting. But we hope to continue this program and just think it's a really a nice investment in our members as a member benefit to continue to provide leadership opportunities within the society.
Don, there's another question relating to initiatives at ACCP to promote underrepresented scientists.
Absolutely. This is, of course, a very important concern and goal. We have recently started a working group to address this very issue within ACCP. We have a group of individuals that have formed a working group that are looking at inclusivity, looking at ways to improve inclusivity within the society, and of course within the greater community of clinical pharmacology. So this is an issue, I think, of course, that's grabbed our national and global attention. And we take this, of course, very seriously as well, and are very excited to have a working group in place to begin looking at that. Thank you very much for that question.
Dr. Manoj Yadav wishes to speak. Manoj, if you will unmute yourself, you're welcome to speak, please.
Yeah, thank you, Krishna. Krista, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I wish to congratulate Don for taking the leadership role, and I must congratulate Vikram for being an excellent leader over the past couple of years or so. I'm talking on behalf of a SAC ACCP, which is the South Asian chapter extension of ACCP based out of Mumbai. And we wish to continue this association with ACCP under your leadership, Don. If the COVID situation becomes normal and everything is all right, we want to invite you on behalf of the Executive Committee of SAC ACCP to Mumbai to represent ACCP during our next annual meeting in Mumbai.
Thank you so much for those kind remarks and for your generous invitation. We very much appreciate this long-standing collaboration that we've had, and certainly should the pandemic pass, we would love to continue that tradition of coming to your meeting. And so we look forward to our continued collaboration. And so thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking with you again very soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Don.
Do we have any other questions, please?
Hi, Don. It's Ravi. I'm a member of the Education Committee, and it's good to see. First of all, many congratulations to the new role, and I'm sure that it will go to a new heights under your leadership. I see that education is on your first priority, and ACCP has been had a history of focusing on the education of the trainees and their students. How do you see that in your vision to take this education further, and what your thoughts on going forward about the education of the students and trainees program?
Thank you so much, Ravi, for your comments and for your question. This is one of the most important topics, I think, facing ACCP. We have this long history, as you've heard, with developing and disseminating educational content over these many years, and we take that role very seriously. One of the things that we're very excited about is this new strategic plan. This is unlike any previous strategic plan, I think, that we've had. This is really forward-looking, and it's meant to be a living document. And education is at the very top of the list. And as I told the committee, we want to be the premier leader in clinical pharmacology education. And so we're thinking about many different formats. And interesting enough, many of the new ideas come from the current situation that we're in, doesn't it? I mean, we have we have COVID-19 and we're forced to think differently. And of course, we recognize that some things just aren't the same, right? This would be so much better if we were face to face. You know, it would be wonderful if we could get back to that, and we will. But in the meantime, we've recognized that new formats will allow us to both generate and disseminate new knowledge in a much more efficient manner, and to folks who would otherwise not have access to that type of material. So access, inclusivity, all of these things really come together, and they're going to be a major feature of the strategic plan, and all subsequent committees, education, and all of our other great committees are hopefully then going to be tied into that and will help us achieve the goals and objectives. So I don't have a lot of specifics, and I don't actually think we should have them just yet. I think the strategic plan must come first. And once we have that, I look forward to working with you and your committee, the Education Committee, to achieve those goals and objectives, to advance the types of offerings that we can have to improve access and the quality of the content that we've had. You know, it's a bit of a non-answer, I guess, but I think that once we have that strategic plan in place, it's going to set the roadmap for generating these new types of educational offerings.
Thank you, Don, and I look forward to work with you.
Don, if I might add, please, there are 3 things that we have coming up very soon that the Education Committee has worked to develop. The first is the beginning of a webinar series focused for our clinical colleagues who practice patient care. We are also looking to develop a separate in-person event, separate from the annual meeting that they have been working on. Unfortunately, that could not happen in 2020 because of COVID, but it is a very exciting plan for us to have a live in-person meeting separate from the annual meeting. And then also the Early Stage Professionals Group is developing a series of webinars for our colleagues transitioning from student and trainee opportunities into their first full-time career, so that we can all benefit from the knowledge of this vast organization that we have and the faculty speakers that will participate to present those webinars. So we're very excited about those as well.
Thank you very much, Krista.
I don't see any more questions in the question box. Is there anything else anyone would like to ask or share?
If there are no more questions, you know, I would like to take the opportunity at least to thank everyone for attending today. We really appreciate this great turnout to the ACCP annual business meeting. I hope that everyone stays safe and well, and hopefully this pandemic will be controlled enough next year and we can all be together again in person at the 2021 annual meeting. Thank you everyone for coming and for attending today, and look forward to again, hopefully seeing everyone again very, very soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
A participant
Bye now.
has left the
you.
meeting. A participant has left the meeting.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Has left the meeting. A participant